Alright, I just thought I would just walk you through real quick the difference between a low ticket offer and a high ticket offer. In my world, there is no such thing as a mid ticket. It's just high and low ticket offers. So, uh, a low ticket offer would be from $0 to $5,000. A high ticket offer is $5,000 and beyond. Typically, if you have a high ticket offer between 5,000, let's just say, and $15,000, it's typically going to be a phone call, because a lot of people are not comfortable with the idea of spending $5,000 or more just online through a VSL, basically a video sales letter. That's a page that goes on and on forever. Most people, it doesn't matter how fancy it is, if they don't know who you are, what you're about, or anything like that, they're not going to whip out their credit card and buy something for $5,000 or more. Now, below $5,000, that's a different entity. People, it's a strange phenomenon, but people can actually buy things for $5,000. They just don't buy it all at once. So what usually happens is you have a bunch of tripwires. You might have something at $7, and I use this formula. You might have another thing at $47, $97, $200, $1,000, $2,000, and beyond. And what happens is, if you package it up right, you get people that are interested in something that's maybe it's a freebie. Like, I have my blueprint. It's absolutely free. It's worth $100, but you get it for free just for watching this video. When they go in there, they actually get a chance, when they leave their name and email address, they actually get splashed over to my offer. It's actually getting dark right now. Look at that. And they get splashed over to the offer, which is like $7 or something. It's basically, I make them an offer on my I Am Speaking program. It's like 5 videos, and basically I teach you how to speak digital products into existence, how you create products literally out of thin air. I show you examples, and this is exactly what I do. So I use the blueprint, I use the I Am Speaking program, and that's really all you need to start generating products from scratch. Now, if you need to design a website, if you need to learn how to use an autoresponder, all that kind of stuff, that's another level of learning. But this basic stuff you can learn, and you can buy it for like $7. It's easy, but that gets them interested in what you have to offer. If I were to just out of the gate say, you know what, come to a phone call, and then try and upsell them $5,000, $10,000, they don't know who the heck I am. So it doesn't work. But you can sell someone a product that's under $1,000 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a matter of 48 or 72 hours. It's amazing. And I've done that. I bought something and I'm like, oh man, I checked out this program. I bought it for whatever, $1,000. And then you see another program that's like $2,000. And you're like, yeah, that seems to be reasonable. It was $10,000, whatever it is. And this actually helps me out. And people can purchase more in smaller chunks, if that makes sense. They'll buy products here and there, and they'll load it into the cart, and then before you know it, it tallies up to about $5,000. It's crazy. But if you're trying to sell something that is like $5,000 right out of the gate, they don't know who you are, they've never been to your YouTube channel, they've never consumed anything, it's going to be very difficult to get them on the phone. What you're going to end up what's going to end up happening, what is going to end up happening is you're going to get no-shows, and you're going to be confused. You're going to be like, but I thought they wanted to book a call with me. It's not their fault. They don't know you. They don't trust you enough yet. So the way to build trust is by getting them to pull out their credit card on lower ticket items, because then once they see that you can deliver with the smaller stuff and you provide way more value than what they're purchasing, they will have that trust factor that just goes through the roof, so that by the time you get on the call with them, now they're open to buying products that are over the $5,000 limit. Sometimes it takes 2 calls. That's okay. There's no pressure. A lot of pressure is put on people to close people in one call. Sometimes if it's an $8,000, $10,000 product, sometimes it just takes time for people to move money around, and it's a 2-call close. It's not a big deal. But I would say the most important thing is to curate your audience, which basically means build enough content on your YouTube channel so that people can get to know you. They start watching your stuff, they start to digest it a little bit, and you can do ads if you want and all that kind of stuff. Everything I do is organic. So when they find my channel, they go through my funnel, which is my own funnel. I don't use ClickFunnels or anything like that. Nothing wrong with if you want to spend over $1,200 American a year on ClickFunnels, and if you want to spend thousands of dollars on ads, nothing wrong with that. But if you like to do things organically so that people can get to know you, they understand you a little bit, how you move, they trust you, all this kind of stuff, it just makes it easier. And I use what's called a scaling model, which means people buy where they're comfortable. So if they see something and they see it's worth, or they buy it for $100, but they think in their heads that it's worth $500 or $1,000, they will buy more. If they see something that's $1,000, but they think it's worth $5,000, they will buy more of that. So that's the name of the game, is you got to provide more value, and they have to get to know you, they have to trust you. So really, if I'm going to have someone on a phone call or a Zoom call, I want them to consume my stuff. If they can't even download a blueprint that I have for free, if they don't buy anything that's like $7, $10, 15, 20 bucks, pretty much not interested in talking with them on the phone. Why? Because if they want to do the same thing as what I'm doing, but they're not used to funnels, they're not used to having tripwires and free gifts, and they're not interested in building websites for themselves, they're not interested in understanding how an autoresponder works, but they just want you to do it for them, they're going to pay a premium for that. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of times people come in and they don't spend any time consuming your information. They just want to see what you're about by wasting your time on a phone call. You don't want that either. So there is a way to be able to get rid of some tire kickers, and one of those ways is just having them consume your content. That is probably the simplest way. If you ask them in a questionnaire, have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? If they say no. Have you bought anything from us in the past? No. Have you bought anything from anyone else in the past? Dan Locke, Sonny Lenarduzzi, Ted McGrath, John Penberthy, the list goes on. Ty Lopez. If they say no, I've never bought from anyone, well, they might not be a fit for your high ticket offer. That's all I'm trying to say. So if you're selling something that's over $5,000, chances are they have no idea how this works. So if you sell them, they might refund the next day because they don't know how to set anything up. They're not familiar with it. So you want to get them used to that type of process. You want customers that can actually follow a funnel. That's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you in another video. Bye for now.